Have you ever felt like you're networking constantly, but you're not really getting anywhere? Well, today, we're jumping into Judy Robinette's incredible system for building relationships that actually work. We're going to give you a proven roadmap to turn your network into your #1 most valuable asset. Let's get right into it.
We're starting with this really bold quote from Jack Welch for a reason. What he's saying is that your ability to build strategic relationships, that's not just some soft skill anymore. It's a real, hard-edged advantage that can launch your success way beyond anything you could ever do on your own.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll break down why most networks just don't work. Then, we'll get into the right mindset, a killer system for organizing your contacts, a 4-step action plan, and finally, how to turn all of this into your greatest asset.
So, think about this. Almost 90% of top execs say their network was crucial to their success. So why do so many of us feel like we're just spinning our wheels? Well, the truth is, most people are making a few really common mistakes that basically sabotage their efforts before they even get started.
Robinette calls these the 5 dragons of networking, and they're killers. We network in the wrong places. Like, imagine pitching a tech startup at a real estate conference. We get stuck only talking to our peers instead of reaching up to find mentors. We don't really think about the value of our connections, so we have no idea who to focus on. Our whole approach is just a random mess. But the biggest one? We forget to build trust, and without that, you've got nothing.
So, how do we fix all that? It all starts with a major mindset shift. You have to forget about just collecting business cards. Becoming a real power connector is all about changing how you think, how you act, and how you relate to every single person you meet. And that brings us to this key idea: relational capital. Think about it like this. You manage your money strategically, right? You need to start treating your relationships the exact same way. They're not just a list of contacts. They're a form of capital that, when you invest in it, pays off with incredible returns.
Oh, this slide says it all. On one side, you have the taker, who's always thinking, what can I get out of this? But on the other side, you've got the power connector, who completely flips that script and asks, how can I help you? It's a total game changer. They always lead with generosity.
And this quote just nails the mission. Your goal isn't just about getting ahead yourself. It's about becoming a hub, a matchmaker who creates more success for everyone. Because when you focus on lifting other people up, you just naturally become more valuable yourself.
Okay, having a generous mindset is fantastic, but let's be real, you can't be everything to everyone. So how do you focus your energy? That's where the 5 plus 50 plus 100 rule comes in. It's actually based on this idea called Dunbar's number, the theory that we humans can only really maintain about 150 stable relationships. So this system helps you strategically manage those valuable spots. Let's start right at the core, your top 5. These are the people you trust completely, your closest advisors, your partners, the people you probably talk to almost every single day. They are the absolute foundation of your entire network. All right, moving out one layer, you have your key 50. These are your really high-value connections you can call on for specific help or advice. The idea here is to nurture these relationships pretty consistently, maybe checking in weekly just to keep that connection strong. And finally, you've got your vital 100. These are the valued people you absolutely want to keep in your orbit. You don't need to talk every week, but a monthly check-in, maybe just sharing an article you think they'd like, is perfect for keeping these ties warm. See how it works? Together, these circles give you a clear rhythm for nurturing your whole network. But it's not just about sorting people. The network itself has to have 3 key qualities. It needs to be wide, stretching across different industries so you're always getting fresh ideas. It has to be deep, giving you multiple ways to connect into any area you need. And it's got to be robust, filled with competent, responsive people who you can actually count on. Okay, so now you have a system for organizing your contacts. But how do you actually go out and build and deepen those relationships? Let's dive into the 4-phase action plan. This is your practical roadmap for getting it done. So here it is, the whole system in one shot. And notice something really important. It's a cycle. Prepare, connect, deepen, and link. This isn't a one-and-done thing. It's a continuous loop you're always running to build that relational capital we talked about earlier. Let's walk through it real quick. Phase 1 is all about your homework. Know yourself, know what you want. Phase 2 is about making that first impression really count. Phase 3 is so critical, it's the follow-up that turns a brief contact into a real relationship. And Phase 4, that's where the magic happens. It's where you start connecting others and unlock the network's true power. Let's just zoom in on a really critical part of Phase 2. You've only got like 3 minutes to make an impression. So, what can you do to really stand out? Well, there's a simple, incredibly powerful tool you can start using immediately.
And here they are, the 3 golden questions. Forget the boring small talk, ask these instead. How can I help you? That shows you're generous. What ideas do you have for me? That shows humility and that you respect their opinion. And who else do you know that I should talk to? That one opens the door to their entire network. I'm telling you, this is an absolute game changer.
Now, for phase 3, it is all about rhythm. A great first meeting means absolutely nothing if you don't follow up. A quick, valuable note within 24 hours, that's non-negotiable. And from there, it's about getting into that daily, weekly, and monthly rhythm with your power circles. That is how you build a real, lasting trust over time.
So let's put this all together. When you combine that connector's mindset with a 5 + 50 + 100 system and that 4-phase action plan, something truly powerful starts to happen. You stop just networking and you start building a genuine supportive community around you.
This quote really gets right to the heart of everything we've been talking about. It is not a numbers game. A huge list of contacts you never talk to is basically worthless. The real power is in a smaller, carefully chosen circle of deep, trusting relationships. It's quality over quantity every single time.
So if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. Your greatest power is to give. When you shift your focus to what you can give, making an introduction, sharing a resource, helping solve a problem, you become the person that everyone wants to know. And even more importantly, you become the person everyone wants to help. So let's end with a direct challenge for you. Right now, who are the top 5 people in your inner circle? Really think about them. And then, more importantly, what is the one specific action you're going to take this week? Not to ask for something, but to add value to one of them. Because that, right there, is where becoming a power connector truly begins.